Alright. And there we go with the two towers. I think that was a lot shorter than the Fellowship of the Ring portion. Could be mistaken on that though. Also, it's kind of interesting. It seems like that part right there with Smeagol, his voice sounded kind of like... I don't remember those lines exactly. I mean, his voice sounded fine. It sounded like it was the same guy, and Andy Serkis or whatever. But, I don't know. I don't remember him saying exactly those two "we'll take it once he's dead" lines. I know that he says it, but I recall it from the movie being a little different, like "we'll take it once he's dead," and it's like really exaggerated like that. Well, this one's kind of like two. I don't know, that killed my voice. Well, this one's kind of like two more calm statements. I don't know. It seemed kind of different to me. That may be just me though, so always a possibility. I still don't understand why. I mean, what's the deal with three credit sequences? It must be that these were initially 3 different games, but they got compiled for the Steam release or something. But as far as I know, this is a single game for consoles as well. As far as I have heard, when I saw the commercial, at least it was advertised as a single game, so I'm not sure why they chose to have multiple credit sequences. That just is really, really weird. Huh. Unless, as I said, maybe each section is made by some different people. Maybe each, like the Lord of the Rings section. I mean maybe the Fellowship of the Ring section, the Two Towers section, and the Return of the King section of the game were all being made simultaneously but separately, and then later on they combined them together. And so these are the credits. I'm not reading the credits, so I don't know exactly, but maybe then they combined them later on. So these are the credits for the Two Towers specifically, which have different people working on it than the Fellowship and the Return. Maybe. Seems kind of odd. Oh well. Again, really nice backgrounds there. And I still really, really love the Lego caricatures and just the style of it. Great job. I'm sure I bought the Star Wars Lego games, and I also got 2 Harry Potter Lego games. I don't think I'm going to Let's Play them though, because maybe it's just me, but I feel kind of disappointed. Okay, well, this isn't the kind of thing I normally would or probably should talk about, but I kind of hold myself to sort of high standards for the Let's Playing stuff. I know I'm no expert. I'm no hugely entertaining guy like Tobuscus or PewDiePie, or someone with a lot of skill and a very calm tone like Frozen Foxy or something. So I just kind of try to do the best I can, which may not necessarily be that awesome, but I just want to have fun and play games and record it for other people to enjoy. Because if I didn't do recordings as a hobby, I'd be doing something else as a hobby, like maybe some level design for game modding or something, and that would suck up all my time, and I have almost no time for actually playing games. The nice thing about Let's Playing is that I've got a hobby that requires that I play different games I've not played before, and I enjoy that because it just kind of makes me break out of my shell and play stuff that otherwise I may never get to. Now, granted, it still takes a lot of time, and sometimes it can be very slow, even slower than if I was just playing games on their own. And not all games really work for me to Let's Play. Some people may be able to do it, but I'm not very good at certain kind of games when it comes to playing in general, let alone playing them blind and on camera when I'm trying to also think of things to say. So, for me, I think that overall this game hasn't been great for me. The game has been great, don't get me wrong, but I feel like my commentary's been pretty weak. I'm not sure if that's because I'm tired at the moment. I don't feel too tired, but maybe I'm just a little tired and my mind's not very sharp at the moment. Or maybe the kind of gameplay that there is just doesn't lend much for me to talk about. there's plenty going on in the story, but I mean, I know all the story already back and front, so it's not like I'm discussing what I think about the story as we go, because I know it so well that there's not much to really say about it beyond saying, oh, I like this, oh, I like that, or wasn't that funny? And I really like that. I like to add something to the game through the commentary, either some like the humor or kind of observations or thoughts. That's why I usually play games that I've never played before and that I don't know the story of, because then if it's not funny and it's not entertaining because I have clever things to say, then at the very least it may be entertaining because people are curious to hear what someone's reaction is as they play the game. So it's kind of like maybe someone is wondering, I really like this game. I want to see how someone else reacts to this or that I really liked. Because I know that I've watched probably like a dozen or more Let's Plays of Portal 2 right when it came out, because I liked it so much, but I had some thoughts about things and I was curious what other people thought, so I watched a lot of Let's Plays of it just because I wanted to see what other people thought. And I really enjoyed it when they were confused or surprised or delighted or just had very genuine reactions like that. That's what I'm trying to go for when I do my recordings as well. So I do like to be honest and stuff, but that also means that I tend to do more games I've not ever played before, which can be good and bad. It's good if I don't know anything much at all about the game, because I can be pleasantly surprised or maybe humorously disappointed at the story and stuff like that. But I need a game that has a strong story, because I like to comment on the story and discuss the story and that kind of stuff. That's my main commentary force, basically talking about the characters and the goings-on from moment to moment. I'm not good at talking continuously about just gameplay going on, because I get tired of talking about, oh, well, I'm going over here, I'm doing this, oh, well, now I'm going over there and doing that. And I can go on and on and on and on about that, saying nothing, and really, there's not always much humor to be injected into it. It works fine for someone like Frozen Foxy, if you ever watched him, because he has kind of a flat voice, not monotone necessarily, but he may chuckle at this or that, the other thing, but he doesn't get too emotionally invested. He's just good at playing games, so he just plays, and he's like, well, I better go do this. Well, that's not weird at all. Let's go do this. Oh, it seems this has happened. Well, let's see what happens now. Okay, let's go do this. You know, he's basically just not really saying his thoughts necessarily, but more guiding the player through a walkthrough, basically. He does more walkthroughs, while mine are more me talking about what I'm thinking. But sometimes there's just no thoughts being evoked, or sometimes the thoughts are repetitive, or I'm not quite sure what to say, and that kind of sucks. Oh well, I've talked through the credits anyway, so let's move on.